Alright. Swap, 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 swap. What am I going for? You guys know what I'm going for? Did I finish that area? I did. Yeah, I got Lanky Slings, and that was the last of that little side area thing. The 3-pad area, as I call it, or Chunky's area, I guess, what we call it. So we're moving on to Diddy. Diddy is going to go to the ocean. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay, yes. Whoa! Okay, good. Stay away from me, guy. I hate those guys. I hate those guys. Such a pain in the butt to try and kill. Anyway, so hello, this is episode 26. 26? Yes. Hi! Yeah. I'm still feeling like poo, even after a little bit more tea and a little jog-ish around the house. Not around the house, but, you know, around, like, up and down the stairs and inside and stuff. I haven't actually run around the building or anything like that. Not since college, I don't think. Yeah. When I was playing, WWE SmackDown vs. Raw, the first one that came out. This was, what, like 2004? I think that's when it came out. My roommate had, no, 2005? Somewhere around there. And it was like the first one that came out, and my roommate had it, and I was playing. I remember playing it for a little bit. And number 2, huh? I remember playing it for, okay, good. Playing it for a while and creating a character, and I remember having this one really stupidly hard fight in like the career mode that was in that with my character, where it was, I created this lightweight character, you know, this little guy who kind of looked like me, and I'm a really small guy. Well, not really small, but you know, I'm about 5'3" ish. So yeah, I'm just under average height for a woman. So of course, you know, making a fit little character guy, kind of made him small, like a Rey Mysterio kind of guy. Which is funny that Rey Mysterio, the super lightweight, yeah. Which is funny because Rey Mysterio is like literally the only super lightweight official guy in that game. Which means he can only pick up like 2/5 of the cast in that game. Because, you know, you can pick up your class weight and then the class weight above you. You can lift up for throw moves and things like that. And of course, you know, half the moveset's throws and stuff like that from a grapple. Oh, yes. One of these ones. And, you know, so of course I'm having trouble with this match because it's a freaking cage match. A 4-way cage. Oh, come on, you can get that coin. Get that coin, get the coin, get the coin. Thank you. But it was a 4-way cage match between my lightweight character, The Big Show, The Undertaker, and I think Batista? Or Triple H? Or some Kane. I don't know, it was another stupid big guy. Oh, there it is. Another stupid big guy. So it's like my little weenie trying to fight, you know, all these guys, and of course half my moveset is completely useless. And of course, in order to win, you have to be the very first one out. Oh, ow. You little butt. You know, in order to win the match, you had to be the first one out of the cage. Oh, come on. Nope. Ah, of course. I had 2 more seconds. Or if I'd realized I was actually facing the right way, because it actually threw me the right way instead of backwards, which is what I was expecting, because I was actually aiming that way towards the string, towards the rope, which is usually the way that it throws you. And blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Oh, well, we'll try it again. Anyway, so it was my, you know, guy versus those 3, you know, super heavyweight characters. Yeah, so it had to be either Kane or Batista, because it couldn't be Triple H. Because he's not that big. Not that big. I mean, he's big, but he's not, you know, super stupid built big. And, you know, each round would go on for like 20 minutes. And it was stupid because they had that meter where you had. Oh, come on, grab the rope, grab the rope. You fum bum bum bum. I got it. Okay, I'm happy. And that guy didn't hurt me, so I'm even happier. So, it took forever to do that stupid match. Because I mean, I'd get to the point where I would, you know, get the other characters down for like a good 20 seconds. But because my character's so, you know, dead tired, he would climb the rope, he would climb the cage really slow too. And every time I try and, you know, I'd try and get somebody down, all of a sudden, oh, that was the problem. I'd start climbing, and, you know, one of the guys would wake up, like, as I'm getting towards the top, just before I throw my legs up, and they would come, and they would hit the cage, and my guy would fall, and then he'd fall for, like, the full stun, because he's so dang dead tired as he hits the mat, and then they would start climbing, and, you know, the other computer players, yeah, I mean, they were all computer players, because, you know, well, duh, of course they're computer players, because it's like a career mode. And, wait, that's green, isn't it? That's green, that's green, that's green, that's green. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, sounds like vacuum is going on the stairs. So, I must have, you know, like, one of those guys, like the Undertaker, would knock me off the side just before I reach out the top, so that I'd fall outside of the ring and technically win. You know, he would knock me, and I would fall into the ring, and he would start climbing. And he would get about 2 seconds up, and then, like, the Big Show would wake up, and instead of knocking the Undertaker off, he would start climbing. But because he's so big, and he's so dead tired and slow and stuff, like, all of our characters would beat up. But because he was so far down, you know, he would not be able to catch up. Oh, I did go the right way. Like, there was just no way he would catch up. They would be going at the same rate, which is just at a snail's pace, because they're both so tired and exhausted characters, and instead of knocking down the other guys, they would just start climbing, which would mean that one of them would always end up winning on me, as I'm just lying there dead, you know, completely beat up, and like, I can't wake up, I can't wake up, and I'd lose constantly. I must have restarted that match at least 4 times. So it took me like 2 or 3 hours to finally get through it. When I finally did, you know, at like 8:30 at night, I was so ecstatic that I was over and done with that stupid hard battle that I ran outside of the townhouse that we were living in and just ran around the block a couple times. And actually, that was also the time. Yeah, that was the same time. Yeah, because I remember jumping up and down a couple times when I finally did it. Oh, ADK. Bop. I heard you like melons. Yeah, that was the time when I accidentally gave myself a hickey. Because I remember bouncing around and kind of jumping around, dancing in the room a little bit, and I ended up tripping over a chair, and I ended up falling on top of myself on like a knuckle or something, and like the way that my hand hit my neck, it left like a little bruise mark. I guess I either, you know, I didn't jam a, you know, finger in or anything, so I know I didn't like hit the tip, but I figure, you know, a knuckle might have caught me there, and I ended up giving myself a little bruise on my neck that everybody was making fun of me of, because they thought it was a hickey. Even though I wasn't dating anybody, and I was like, that was myself. I took a vacuum cleaner and decided to experiment just to get some bragging rights. Oh yeah, that was also... Yeah, because that was also right around... Yeah, that was in the spring of 05? Yeah, spring 05. Like 8 years ago? 8 years ago, really? Wow. That makes me feel old. Oh, there's nothing in here, is there? Nope. Yeah, it must have been... No, not the spring of 05. Spring of 06? Because it was my junior year. Yeah, 06. It was the end of my junior year, and it was warming up, and I was doing dance company. No, it couldn't have been 04. No, I'm thinking of a different thing. Because I remember... I remember one semester I was in dance company, and a couple of the other people were making fun of me. Not really being mean, just kind of ribbing me a bit. Oh, that was the nipple thing. That's right. Because the choreographer for the dance that I was doing, which was actually a year before the wrestling fiasco thing, actually she was a riot. She was a lesbian who was just... She was just a really... not brash, but a very big-hearted and very open and very. She was a big personality. That's the way to put it. I mean, not because she was, you know, a big, stupid gay person or anything like that, flamboyant, crazy, but whatever. No, she was just a normal. She was a punk girl, which doesn't really play into it too much, but it gives her it doesn't play into the gayness too much, but it gives you an idea of what kind of person she was, and she was. It was during dress rehearsal or tech week for the dance company show, and after we were getting dressed, you know, because all the guys, you know, all 6 of us or whatever, you know, had one room, and all the girls had like the other 7 little rooms to themselves, of course, because, you know, they get naked all the time, and hey, all that jazz. And remember, you know, we're usually pretty okay, you know, nobody really makes a fuss about any of it, but just, you know, as a common courtesy, they'll offer those rooms to the ladies, you know, for the ones who aren't like comfortable enough with themselves and with the group and so on. So, you know, usually, you know, people come, people go in all the dressing rooms, and nobody really cares too much, usually. And I remember she came into my choreographer came into the guy's dressing room as we were getting ready, and I had my shirt off, and she started laughing because I apparently have the smallest nipples she has ever seen. Go figure that. So she spent like half of the time backstage just playing with my nipples. I mean, she thought she's like grabbing coins and she's comparing the sizes and things like that. And I know I've done that before. I had a friend in high school who had earlobes bigger than quarters, and we would always play around with that. And she's like putting up dimes onto my chest and laughing because they were still bigger. Like if I was a girl and I wore a bikini made of dimes, I'd be okay. Things like that. So she had a good laugh about that. And of course, you know, there's nothing sexual about it because, you know, she's a flaming dyke. Her words, not mine. I'm using that extremely tongue-in-cheek. She was an awesome person. So of course, I'm not trying to be mean or anything about that when I say things like that, even though I shouldn't. Because I know there are some people who are really bothered by those terms, and it's unfortunate that you know, there are just some words that have so many different connotations with different groups of people, and so there's different levels of acceptance. Like, I've been able to say very, very, very mean things in front of a lot of homosexual friends that were kind of geared towards... They were more being very sarcastic and geared towards the people who make fun and don't like homosexuals rather than the actual homosexuals themselves, and they'll join in on it. But then, you know, I have people who actually had to live through that kind of stuff, which luckily most of my friends didn't. And well, let's do Chunky first. And it's just unfortunate that, you know, there are some people who actually have had to live with that kind of crap. And so you kind of have to watch what you say around them. I was really flamboyant around. Well, not flamboyant's not really the word, I guess. I mean, 'cause you hear flamboyant and you think like Jack from Will and Grace, like those kind. Really, you stupid. Not Kasplat. I don't remember his name. Damn it! He did it again. What a butt munch. Oh no, high jump. Not long jump, high jump. Thank you. Aha. No! I thought I had you. I was gonna jump through and avoid it and all this. Ha! That doesn't hit me. Okay, so we got the run. There we go. Thank goodness. If I ever have to do that again. Anyway, I used to be really... So I guess flamboyant is not the word. What's the word I'm looking for? I was a very loud and obnoxious... Well, not necessarily obnoxious, because I wouldn't really do things that would annoy people. Both not on purpose and not on accident, because nobody would ever complain about me being annoying or anything like that, I guess. And Da 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 da. I don't know what the point I'm trying to say is, but well, I did have one friend, another homosexual guy, or gay, or queer, or faggot, or whatever you want to call them. I mean, they were cool with any term because they would always call themselves those things, very, very, very tongue-in-cheek, and so on. Wait a minute, did I already do Tiny? No, I did a Diddy. Yes, so this is the last one, almost the last one, because there's the one on top that I can't do until something else, and da-da-da. I don't remember. I do not remember. It's been how long since I played this game. Anyway, my friend, you know, he would always joke, because, you know, I was a very, very open-minded, open-mouthed kind of person. Didn't really... You know, I would always joke with my gay friends and so on, and somebody actually asked me one day, when my friend was around, we were just, you know, having a conversation, and somebody actually asked me if I was a homosexual, if I was gay, and I'm like, not really, but I can kind of see how you would think that, because, you know, I do dumb things. I'm an actor, you know, in college I was an actor by trade and musician, so, you know, you gotta be open-minded enough to do, you know, whatever script or, no, go through the hole. Ha ha! You know, like, if a script, you know, calls for you kissing a guy or something, like kissing another man, if you're a man kissing another man, you know, it's no big deal. It's part of the show, and honestly, you know, if it's done for laughs, you know, as part of a joke or something, I'm okay with that, because I love making people laugh, no matter, you know, what kind of, if I have to do a lot of stupid stuff or whatnot. I'm not very stupid stuff. I mean, I do have standards. I'm not going to go, you know, out in the middle of the streets running naked and hollering at police so my buddies can laugh, but I try to be sensible enough. And, you know, ha ha ha, tee hee, you know, two guys kissing, just randomly, unexpectedly, whatever. I probably wouldn't do that nowadays just because I'm just not as confident in myself anymore. Oh, I hate this fairy. No! Shoot! I want to get out of the camera. There we go. So I can... There we go. And then let's go forward so I can swim a little bit closer. Okay. Now that I actually have space in between the bars to actually see her, that stupid banana fairy, and have my things come up. If she'll stay put for long enough... If she doesn't keep disappearing on me, that wouldn't do it, would it? Would it? Ah, it would. Shoot. Booger. Darn it. Who? Is this really how this video is going to end? Okay, well, while I'm busy trying to do this, okay, I'm gonna at least finish my story, because that's the most important thing of this stupid video, is finishing my story. Anyway, so yeah, so my friend... You know, after my gay friend, after he heard this, you know, question, he kind of laughed, and he was like, no, Dave is a fruit, but not a fag. And we've all had a good chuckle, because, you know, I was, you know, pretty wild in those days. Not, you know, I'm not, yes and no wild. I was very silly kind of wild, not like, you know, punk rock or getting drunk every week kind of silly. Or wild. Yeah, because that's a wild, not a silly. And, of course, you know, it's the whole tongue-in-cheek kind of saying things like that we were comfortable with, because we were all, you know, because nobody really had to ever live that too much. Ugh, I hate this fairy! Back when they were growing up, so it's not like it held really deep connotations and would cut deep or anything like that. Ugh. Thank you! Wow, with 4 rolls left to spare. How many did that take? That took 14. Yeah, because I had 18 before, that raised it up to 19. I had 4 left. Yeah, so it took me 14 tries to get that stupid banana fairy. I hate that banana fairy. That is the worst possible banana fairy ever. And there probably is a simpler way to get to her. I don't know or remember how, and I honestly don't care at this point. I am not in the mood to care. I don't have the energy to care anymore for anything. Well. Alright, so. Alright, we're gonna call this a video here. I'm gonna go change my character. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that while in between videos. So I'm gonna keep swimming away, and you guys go do your thing too. Alright, take it easy, guys.